We're doing a cover replacement. This one, for some reason, burned out. Gonna get a new one put on here. That's the new one there. Just gonna show you how to do it. So we're gonna start by opening the cover. For the Coverstar guide feed, you're gonna be looking at either an Allen key or what I use is a T25 drill bit. There's a nut on the bottom of it, a 3/8 nut. The nice thing about these is there's a little cage on the bottom of our guide feeds that hold that nut on. So there's a 3/8 nut. I always screw this back on just so I don't lose it. Sometimes they get pretty stuck on there. Anyway, got that guy off. Same thing, put it back together. Throw it off to the side so it's out of the way. This one is a Phillips head. So we gotta grab this guy. This guy just, boom, back together. Gotta loosen this guy up. And then these ones take all the way out. Boom. Underneath this right here, there's gonna be a Phillips head screw. I'm gonna get this guy on there. Be careful not to lose this bolt. They're hard to come by. I'm gonna pull this out. We can pull this LE bar out, or should be able to right now. Go straight out here. All right, now you can see. So on the bottom here is that Phillips head. Put this back together. Toss it over there. Let's get this out. This is our black insert. It's gonna go back into that bar we just took out. This is the fun part. You usually have two people. We've got to get this cover out of here. All right, so we just hit the self-tappers in the drum. Okay, now we just need to go and pin it. So there's little self-tappers here. I'm just gonna cut it out. All right, so we got that cut out. Now I got to try to fold this guy up over here. This is usually much easier with two people. We only had the A team available today, so. All right, there we go. All right, I just taught somebody this trick earlier today. The trick with these covers is there's a way to unfold them so that every time you get it where you want it. I'm standing behind the cover box. I'm gonna open this thing up, the left side of the box with the name facing away from the pool. So left side of the cover box, name facing away from the pool. So then when you open this guy, it's gonna be in the right orientation just to open it right up. So obviously I need to move it over a little bit, but that'll just unroll right to where I want it to be. Each cover is gonna come with one of these. If you get a cut that's smaller than the patch in here, you can patch it up and it's still a safety cover. Works really good. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna unroll this and go underneath the diving board and then up to the other side there. Then we gotta get that leading edge bar, that guy there. We gotta get him back in. Let's get this unrolled. Now we're underneath the diving board. So we can pull it up, angle it back towards, boom. Now we got to get this LE bar in here. What I'm going to try to do is get this cover to be as straight as possible on the front here, so I can just slide that bar back in. So that's pretty straight across. Now this guy, I'm going to take this insert here. There's different orientations that this can go, so you just match it up. This guy just sits right there. Sometimes when you get right to the end, you got to go to the other side and pull it through. But what I'm looking for, oh yeah, is about, if this is cut right, I want about 3 fingers of room from where this bar ends to the cover end. So I've got 3 there, so I know we're good. We're gonna take this guy from before, and this guy just inserts into that black insert. This guy, so there's a couple holes on this slider, but it's going to be on the most bottom, biggest hole. So this guy right here, and there's always going to be a hole in the cover, so it goes through both of those. And then I know this comes with multiple holes, but always put it in that middle hole. Boom. We'll come back and tighten that down, and again, just do the same thing. Grab these 2 guys. This black insert goes in the leading edge bar, furthest forward hole on the slider, and then through the hole in the cover. Bring it over, middle hole. All right. So find that Phillips head screw underneath. This is why it's nice to have a stubby, because you know, a regular screwdriver, I got to be having this thing 100 feet in the air, trying to get it on. This guy, just have it a couple inches off. Now this, you want it pretty tight, but you don't want to do it so tight that it can't move. So that's probably good right there. And then what I can do right now, since I'm here, is I can put this, first of all, take this braided cable. There's a hole in that insert on this side. You just push it through that hole. Right like that. Boom. Okay, now I can put this back in the track. Now you'll see on this track, there's a little notch right there. You want that notch to go on this thread here. So you just work it. This one is already sort of married to it, but you just work both until you can get it to pull with your hand. Sometimes it takes a little finessing, but there we go, got it to pull with the hand. So that's good there. Now I can actually take this guide feed and just, there we go. Don't mind the hands. If anybody knows a solution to how peeling my hands are, please let me know. I clean them, I wash them, I've tried steroid cream. Nothing seems to work. I'm gonna put this nut on the bottom here. I wanna be careful with this because I don't wanna strip the threads. So I felt it engage. Now you don't wanna go too hard with this. This just needs to be basically hand tight. Boom, that might have been too much, but that's gonna work for now. Okay, I wanna pull this back to hit the guide feed so that I know it's gonna be straight when I start it. Now I can just do the same thing on this side. I mean, we need to tighten down the leading edge, but same thing. So I got it on there. Now let's just make sure this guy's straight. Throw this guy back here. Boom, that guy's in. Take the guide feed, put him in, put him in. My tools got rained on, gotta clean them up. I'm really upset about it. They're all rusty, but it still works, so that's good. Boom. And then same thing, push this guy back, make sure these ropes are pulled through and tight as well as the same length. This one's a little longer, but we'll see. We'll run it and see if it won't run straight or not. While this is running, I gotta make sure all of this webbing is going in nice and even. These guide feeds do a good job. I just want to be careful. Same thing with this side. Just want to be super careful that it's not getting caught, going a weird direction. So I'm just gonna go run this to cover, and it should pull itself all the way across the pool. Just tap it a couple times, make sure it's gonna go. Boom, that's the end of the cover. That was perfect. So now what I like to do is take this, cut this off. There's no need for it. I'll flip this forward. Same thing on this side. Flip it forward. Cut that. Okay, now I'm going to show you the proper way to pin this cover. This is the way I've been taught recently. I think it works pretty good. Who has the better drills, Milwaukee or DeWalt? I actually have both. Probably use the Milwaukee more just because I have a bigger battery. And this is really a weird preference, but the handle on this guy is smaller. My hands are small, so I like this guy better just because I feel like it fits my hands better. Every side of the cover, each side is going to have a bond wire or bonding a braided cable. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get the same amount of cover on both sides. So it's easier with two people, but my average is about 5 fingers. 5 fingers from the end of the drum to the end of the cover. So I'm going to move this over till about right there. And I'm going to take the braided cable and I'm going to stick it a couple, maybe like 6 inches into the drum, and then take a self tapper, self tap it down. Just like that. Boom. So what I want to do for the middle here, so I'm actually going to pull this cover back a little bit and then self tap farther on the farther up. So I pulled it back a little bit, self tapped right there. The reason I do that is I want this cover to pull itself from the middle rather than even straight across. That's just the way I was taught to do it. Who knows if it's right or not. What I should be able to do is twist this cone here. If you've got enough grip strength, you can twist the cone, at least to get this guy to sit nicely. Let's go make sure the other side looks okay. Sometimes you gotta use both hands, grab the drum, and use the drum to twist it up. But you just wanna make sure this folds up good. You know, it's not creasing in weird spots or it's folding up on itself. So I just double check it, both sides. Make sure it looks okay. It looks all right. We're just gonna go run it to open. Bada bing, bada boom. That opened up straight, so now let's go to close. Pretty straight. I always tell if it closes straight because it's gonna smack that back wall. straight. Now there is some wrinkles in this guy. I think their water level is a little bit high. You know what, we're actually gonna take a picture of the water level because I don't want to be in charge of dealing with that later. Just so I can see the skimmer right there. And we're gonna zoom in. Boom. Perfect. Boom. Closed up straight. So yeah, that's how to replace the cover. Got any questions, comments? Think I did something wrong? Let me know.